Here's a pattern I see behind more than anything else. At some point, being switched on, always ahead, always holding it together, actually works and got you results. It made you reliable, made it feel safe, made that version of your life feel like you were running it and nailing it and killing it. But it's still happening long after that lesson is gone. So when nighttime comes and everything's finally quiet, your body doesn't see that as rest. It sees that as the first genuinely unguarded moment all day, and unguarding is exactly the thing that holding gets to come up from. Not because you're broken, but because it's the only slot it's been given. This is what it actually looks like. Lying down, noticing your jaw is still clenched. A breath that seems to stop in your chest instead of going all the way down. Eyes closed and a fully formed thought about something you don't need to think about until tomorrow morning arrives anyway. Waking at 2, 3, 4, whatever your pattern is. Mid-thought about work, before you've even opened your eyes. Or a really common one is sleeping the whole night, waking up feeling wrecked. Because technically you didn't rest, you didn't clock off. This pattern was learned, so it can be unlearned. And I know there's a whole world of things that genuinely affect sleep, from morning light to movement to how you're actually using and fueling your body. Optimizing it properly instead of just getting through the day on caffeine and willpower and memories of what it used to. Honestly, I could run an entire course on just that, but none of it touches the sides if the real problem is a nervous system that's being told it's not allowed to stand down. It's safer to stay on. If you brought this to me, I wouldn't hand you a sleep hygiene checklist. I want to know what's actually queued up by the time you get to bed. What are you carrying that never gets put down during the day? Where did you learn that stopping wasn't safe or wasn't allowed or wasn't who you are or meant to be? Because that's the actual backlog the brain is trying to clear at 3 a.m. And until that gets found and cleared properly, sleep hygiene is just like rearranging furniture in a house that's still on fire. Here's the thing I hear more than anything else from clients, and it's not, I feel amazing or my life's transformed, although those do come later on after some work. The sentence I get more often than not after the first session is, I finally rested. I finally slept. And it's the one thing I don't get tired of hearing, because that means we've got some traction. The nervous system has got a chance to do the work. So next time you're lying there at whatever hour running something you don't need to run right now, ask yourself, is this actually mine to be solving this hour, or is this just everything I didn't have room for today finally getting a turn? If any of that sounded like your typical Tuesday night, or every night, I hope not, it's exactly the sort of pattern I connect the dots on. So if today's episode helped you to see or experience differently, come and join us inside the Reset Lab. It's free. You'll meet women asking the same questions every week, and I answer them live. You'll find the link below, and I'll see you there.